Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Alright, somebody said that they've been watching my videos. It's just really made a big impact. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I get to make a difference on this planet. And you get to live happy lives. You're going to go to these frequencies. It's going to freaking blow your mind. You guys are doing it. I'm getting massive amounts of emails of stories that are blowing my mind. It's just so beautiful. People that are getting money and repairing relationships and healing themselves. Because you are doing it. You're doing it. Because you're recognizing that you can. And sometimes it just takes somebody, and if I'm that somebody that can open that door and say, take a look out there. It's amazing. And that's what you are. So thank you for letting me be a part of your life. Thank you for making that effort. Thank you for stepping outside of the veil and the matrix. And keep going. Clean up your diets, clean up your thoughts. Get rid of the judgment. Drop it all. Drop it all. I'm going to do a video on how do you go to that space? How do you get out of that when you're in the deepest, darkest depths of pain and suffering? I'll do a video on that. I'm not worried about ruining my makeup because I'm going to go for a run in a few minutes because it's just stunningly gorgeous, and this is the most beautiful planet. Alright. So hopefully I'll stop crying so that I can get through this. Alright, so these emails are blowing my mind. I'm going to be launching all kinds of stuff here shortly. I'm almost done with the e-course. The first one, it's called Breakthrough Fear. It's some of you will blow through it in weeks. Others might take months. It's going to be a course you can take over and over again because fear is the only thing that stops you from creating an amazing life. It really is. A fear is just an emotion. Belief is what fuels it. You're believing there's something that's a threat to you, that you're not going to get something or you're going to get something you don't want. That's it. When you don't have any fear, you have no reason not to go out and you live your life to the fullest. You don't believe that there's lack. You don't have to battle for anything, right? The ego shuts down. The ego is a tough one. All right, so somebody said that they didn't understand the transition of the earth. Could I please do a video on earth transition basics? Yes. Okay, so I talk about fourth and fifth dimensions. If you're not up on that, there's no right or wrong thought to this. So-and-so said this. Okay, that's what you believe. You got to pick what works for you. There are things that I believe now that I would have never believed, 30 years ago. I've actually believed we have no limits for a very long time. I've really gone into an awakened state for a very long time, and you know what, that comes and goes. Sometimes it's more powerful than others. Why? When you go to a higher frequency, you don't really want to function in this world. You pretty much could, shut yourself in a closet and never get out. Now, actually, you'd go to the top of a mountain and just sit there for the rest of your life like monks do. Well, the positive part about that is raising your frequency, even if you don't communicate with the rest of the world, does contribute to the collective consciousness. So those people sitting up there not, getting involved in daily life are really helping us. And maybe their mission was to just raise their frequency to the rainbow body, which I did a video on, which is like you're literally not even in your body. And then when you pass over, you transition, you die. The body reacts differently because it was on such a high frequency that it's not shriveling up, and gross like ours is. It actually turns into this small little beautiful thing. It's just amazing, and rainbows come off. They're going into an energy space that's so high. They are contributing. So we are all here to raise our frequency. That is our mission. We're all here, and it may be within your individual space. Maybe you have to forgive. Maybe you took on the worst possible situation, and your mission was to say, can I forgive this time? Can I pull out of this, ego, blaming the world density, and go to that highest frequency in the worst of circumstances? It's not about the circumstances. Just put that aside, the details. Well, this and that, forget that. It's a low frequency, painful situation. That's it. That's all you need to know. Can I pull out of it? That's it. You don't have to analyze mommy and daddy and who did or what. If it's a low frequency, super mega challenge, you took it on because you wanted to see if you could pull out of it. You thought you could, and you can. Are you ready to do it? Here's what's going to happen. The earth, pretty much, if you guys ever read Nostradamus or Edgar Cayce, there's been many prophets that have predicted the future of the planet. And if you noticed, a lot of them came true, especially Nostradamus. But both of those, I'm going to use those two in particular because they're very well known. Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, and Nostradamus both said the same thing. There is nothing that they predict that cannot be changed. And most of what they were doing was giving us a warning. This is what you're headed for if you don't change the frequency of your planet, which means of you, because you're contributing to the frequency of the planet. It's you. It's not your friend or the government or who's tweeting up in the White House. It's you. In fact, that's opening up big doors. It shook us up in a way that we haven't been shook up in a long time. And some of those challenges are awakening to become more unified as people, right? So sometimes when things go to extremes, it may, instead of going, oh, this is great, we're in the matrix, we pull away and we go, we're not going to do this anymore, this is insanity, let's go over here and focus over here. And that's what's happening. We are so ready to unify as a peaceful, loving people. So what's the earth transition? We were on a, let's say, a trajectory that was very negative, that was pretty much going to destroy the planet and each other. We've been doing that for centuries. So the whole purpose of this whole group of people on the planet right now is to raise the frequency. We took it on because it's in trouble. There's a lot of people here that came down just to do that. I'm one of them. You may know if you're one of them. You may have memories of things that make absolutely no sense. You may feel very uncomfortable on this planet and always have. There are people that came down here to help raise the frequency and pull us out of the density of the matrix that's only concerned about itself and its material gain, which creates wars and separation. There is no separation. When we become a unified one, which we are, quantum physics, we're one energy. Sorry, your neighbor, it's a shared energy. It's an expression of you, and vice versa. So when we go to the higher frequency, what's happening is the actual frequency of the entire planet, the frequency of our collective consciousness starts to raise. We switch into a different reality, dimension, where the negativity falls off. The lack, the wars, the me mentality starts to fall off. We're switching into the one mentality. The one mentality, all abundance, joy, everything resides there. So what happens up here, excuse me, in the fourth dimension, fourth and fifth dimension and higher? Nothing to argue about. If there's an issue, we work together to solve the problem, and we're giving. If somebody's in need, we pull together to help those people or person, and we're giving. We raise their frequency. They, in turn, will become a contribution to our community, and they will give. It just continues up and up and up. The planet then becomes a higher frequency of which there are no problems, there's no struggle, there's no fear. And that is with us stepping outside of the matrix as individuals, judging, battling for things, thoughts of lack, me, ego, having to get stuff first to give, we go in a frequency where we give first, and then we receive beyond our imagination. The earth transition, there's a split, and so I'll go a little bit more into detail of this. I don't have the answers to this. If you follow Dolores Cannon, one of my favorite people, I'm actually a quantum healing hypnosis technique hypnotist. I took her classes. She's amazing. She's gone now. She'll blow your mind if you read her books. She talks about the 3 waves of people that came on this planet to raise the frequency because it was going to hell in a handbasket, but it's not anymore. It worked. I'm here to tell you it worked. If you don't think it did, you may be on the planet that's going to blow up. This one isn't. All right? The new earth splits. It really splits. So, no, people won't disappear overnight, although that is happening. You'll find that people will die. There's a lot of people dying. My entire family died, including both my animals and my cousin. It's just crazy. People are exiting. They don't belong here anymore. They don't feel they belong here. So there's a few theories on this. I don't have answers, and I don't really know what I think about this. I don't need to. I don't need to have the answers. It's irrelevant to me. There's one thought that when people pass on, they will continue on another planet that's a third density planet. They'll continue there. They'll continue their journey there because the planet Earth no longer can sustain those people. Because we're going into 4th dimension, they don't fit in anymore. So they'll either die, or they will actually transition into another reality. Have you noticed you're losing friends and relationships that you just don't resonate with anymore? That's happening a lot. I keep saying, and the circle gets smaller, and then somebody new pops in that's really, going into that higher space. And that's not a coincidence. If somebody's dragging you down and it's just a negative energy and it's their choice to stay there, being around that you're not resonating. It doesn't feel good. It's not good for them either, by the way. Because the more you stay around it, the more they love to play around with you because they love the negativity. They love the drama. Are you a drama king or queen? Get out of it. You're staying down there, and you're going to go into that 3rd dimension Earth where people blow the crap up out of each other and lock their doors. Hate each other for a different color because they think that they're separate. They don't realize we're one. We're one thing. You've been everything. You've been every color, every culture. Plants, animals, you've been everything. If you don't believe that, that's cool. Not everybody can take it that far. I think there are no limits to anything. So the new earth is a split of the higher frequency people that are going into peace, unification. You don't lose your identity. You get to be you. In fact, when you transition, you still have your personality. I will still be cracking jokes over there. I may take Hacker T over with me. Baby Coo Kitties over there, my little skeezy puppies over there, little bear, all these little animals are there. I got a job to do here, and so do you. All those people are waiting for you. They're there. They're already busy doing other stuff, by the way. We don't stay in one body. I'm going to do a video on this because I actually experienced this. You are actually functioning in other realities at the same time as you're here. How can you just be contained in one thing if you're one energy and you're everything, right? But I'm going to talk to you about how you can use that, because something amazing was revealed to me about that, which blew my mind. But so if you are feeling, some of you are going to go, yeah, I am. I'm going into the 4th. I can feel it. Don't be afraid because you see nasty stuff happening around you. I don't really see it because I don't watch any of it. I don't direct my energy toward it. I'm not trying to be an ostrich. I'm directing all my energy toward the most positive things I can. That's where I need to be, because I'm creating that by focusing on it. The minute you put that crap on and watch the nasty stuff, you're focused on it, all right? So clean it up. So, Earth will split. The higher dimension, we're going to clean up everything. We're going to clean up our act, how we treat each other. It's going to be beautiful. If you're feeling that now, if you're feeling like something has shifted. Last year, 2017, woo! Before that was even worse, but we went through a roller coaster ride last year. I mean, I can remember a whole month where people called me, who are not even spiritually minded people, called me and said, "You're into this stuff, what's going on?" Computers are going out. I lost 2 computers, car accidents, stuff going down, electricity going out. The electromagnetic fields were all affected. We were being challenged in our work, in our relationships, all the same. And you guys came through with flying colors. Congratulations. There's going to be physical energy exchanges. Do not let that get to you. Stay steadfast. That's not faith. That's doubt and hope. Nothing can deter you from keeping that frequency. Watch your thoughts. Stay up there. I'm looking at myself. It's a beautiful person expressing itself differently. Allow that other entity to go to the 3rd dimension if they want to. We're all going back to the same place eventually. It's just time, which there's no such thing. So do not look at that 3rd dimension. Focus on the 4th dimension and the 5th. Know that you're a part of that. Feel it. Meditate daily. That split is going to happen. It's not explainable in human terms. Just know that you will notice that people, jobs, relationships are going to go away. Go with it. Go with it. And feel good. Celebrate it because something new is happening. It's coming to you. Always. Always. If you're on a high frequency, no matter what happens over here, it's always for your best. It's getting you out of that to take you up to here. Let it go. All right, so we're going to talk about letting go in the worst possible situation also. Boy, we got so many things to talk about. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings. That is from The Master Key System, a book that I haven't quoted from that in a while. I might have to do that too. Namaste. Just a quick reminder that November 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern, I will be hosting a free live webinar. This is not the global meditation. I'll be posting that at 9 a.m. as a video recording. This is going to be live 2-hour, and it's going to be me talking about the 3-second manifestation exercise that I posted, my video that I posted on my channel. That seems to be pretty popular. You guys seem to like that simplicity, and I want to take that to the next step because I know a lot of people still struggle with that. And so even if you've got it, let's get on a free webinar, and you can sign up here. You'll go into my email list, it's free, and I will announce events, e-courses, discounts, free stuff, and you'll get the link for the free webinar that morning if you are on my list. You can join me. You just have to click. You have to have a computer or phone that can hook you into this webinar. Click, you come in and live chat with me. I'll answer your questions. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's free, so sign up here, Landria's Inspiration, and I hope to see you there. It'll be a lot of fun, and it's going to be the start to many events and webinars and courses that are going to help you get to that high frequency where all abundance, all love, all joy resides. Namaste.